So people, why can't amateurs store up these angles into the later part of the downswing? It's because they're not understanding the modern day release and how the wrists and hands really move. The secret to effortless power and effortless speed, using your hands and wrists like the great players do. Let's have a quick listen to what Padraig Harrington has to say about the hands and the wrists, and let's get into a video that's going to change your golf forever.
What do you think is the biggest contributor to speed in the golf swing? 70% of the speed comes from your hands. So if you're an amateur golfer out there and your hands are not active, you're just leaving something behind. So your hands should be active. People you see doing this drill are doing it this way and leading with this hand. If that hand is ahead of the club face through impact, like drifting past like that, you're losing strike and speed. Okay, so when you see me do the drill, I'm going to stop at impact. Okay, I have finished there, so my hands are out in front of me, but I have cupped this. I'm not like this. That would be a drift. I have let the club release. So the club is like so. Okay, there is a good extension out there in this drill, and my left wrist is up like this. It is not, I'm not holding onto that angle. I've created it, and then I'm letting it, throwing it through impact. So the picture you see at impact, so the picture you commonly see at impact with the hands above the ball like so, okay, shaft would be bending like so, okay, backwards, head like that. That is a dynamic picture. It's a still picture of a dynamic move. So the wrist is actually moving that way. Look, it's strong, it's that way it's moving. It is not moving this way. It is not holding on to that angle. It's releasing it by throwing that club at impact, and that gets the body to decel and brace up for a good strike.
So guys, this is what has a lot of amateurs baffled. See the picture on the right side of the screen? In fact, a lot of instructors as well. We've got the shaft and the lead arm in one line, the flat lead wrist. Well, this is the same player. Look what he does after impact. Look how this lead wrist moves into a cupped position and the right wrist into a flex position. Look at the fluidity of motion. So he's releasing in what we call past the ball. Right now, to be able to build up, store up, and create these angles, you've got to be able to get rid of that really quickly. You've got to release it past the ball. Of course, you still have your shaft length. But people, this is what frees up your swing. This is what Fred Couples says, releasing it past the ball. This is what gives you a chance. This is what has amateur golfers absolutely fooled. The quality of your release will determine the effectiveness of your downswing. Now, guys, coming up, we've got the Padraig Harrington drill. But let's first have a quick listen to what Fred Couples has to say.
But when I say release, I don't hold on this way, otherwise you're going to hit it a mile to the right. So if you can learn to clear your hips a little bit and let the club go down the line and release it towards the ball, not back here where you're doing this. So there's a point where I think about, once I make contact, then I feel like I'm releasing the club. So it'll be what I call past the ball. So once again, for me, I get the club back, and once I come down here, I'm clearing. And my point of release is actually at the ball, not back here. You're holding your angle. Once I get here, I go at it with pretty much, it doesn't look like it, but I go at it with everything I have.
So guys, what a great way to feel this release, to feel the sequence, to feel that effortless power. I'm going to show you 3 drills here. Before we have a look at Padraig Harrington's drill later in the video, I'm going to show you how to feel your hands and your wrists, picking up your angles, picking up your speed, creating that fluidity of motion. Get yourselves a rope. Just go online, Google golf rope, guys. This is an unbelievable way to get everything to collect at the top. As we turn, the rope falls on your back. This is going to help you transfer that speed of the club to the speed of the body, getting that swing to assemble effectively. But the great thing is the move through the ball. And you use as one continuous motion, just hitting the ground. When you get through the golf ball, see how the end of the rope's pointing up? And this is a great way to get this lead wrist into extension. So we're actually getting that club head faster on the back of your neck, rather than it swinging through and being stiff and turning too much. Finishing that swing with style, with timing, with sequence is a great way. This is one of the best things that you can use. You learn to swing the end of the golf club, the end of the rope, rather than the club swinging us. And when you think you've done a few swings and you've got the feel for it, take your time. I want you guys, grip it loose, turn your left hand in a little bit, guys. Turn it in, get comfortable with that. It'll help you in the long run, really will. Helps you free up everything. And then take it nice and easy at the top of the swing. So guys, have a look at that club face there. It's not rolled over, right? Now, that right wrist into a flex position, left wrist into an extended one. So we're not rolling it over. That way, when we release the club past the body, we're still seeing a lot of this left arm. That'll keep you extending. Also, when you release it really well and release it under, this right side works a little bit under rather than out. Great place to be. Freeing up this release so that you can store up your angles, store up those angles and let them go. Now this is a drill that we call front end therapy or reverse engineering. So it's a great way to feel what great players are doing. So I just want to show you the feel of these moves. Now what we're going to do, I've just teed up, I've taken the liberty to tee up a couple of balls here. We're going to move through the golf ball. Don't forget, club face is not rolling over. I want that right wrist into extension. Sorry, right wrist into flexion, left wrist into extension. Feel that move. All right, feel that move, loosen it up. Turn your left hand in a touch. When you think you've got a feel for that, just come back and just listen to your body. Just make a smooth swing and just feel what your body does. Right wrist flexion, left wrist, hold it, look down. We learn visually. Close up the gap of your knees here. Still seeing a large part of this left arm, and then just pick it clean off that tee. Actually hit a divot, but I flushed it. So what a way to feel. We call that front end therapy. Another great way to feel what your hands or your wrists are doing through the golf ball. So hi guys, if you liked the video, please consider giving us a thumbs up. It helps us reach more people. Thank you. So guys, all of our golf schools have been completely sold out, but due to popular demand, we'll be releasing one more school in mid-March in Orlando, Florida. Join Dr. Robert Neal and myself for this incredible opportunity to transform your game. Reach out to me at craig@worldclassgolf.com, craig@worldclassgolf.com. Guys, get the facts, stop guessing, and we'll get you playing the best golf you've ever played. So guys, it's really quite simple. Have a look at the backswing on the right, the takeaway, and the through swing on the left. Just by simply controlling this club head, you will be given so many things in your swing, setting off what we call a positive chain reaction. So you don't have to think as much. You don't have to practice as much. And you start to move your body and swing like a top players do. Positions like this are making golf easier. I'm helping people online with just so many people throughout the world. Guys, reach out to me at worldclassgolf.com. Now, let's have a look at a couple of basic feels, like just simple feels that everybody can do so that everybody can improve their ball striking. So people, a simple and easier way to play, turning the left hand in to create more extension. You can work off a different hinge here. You can create more speed because the lead wrist moves naturally into extension. We don't have to roll the club over as much. When we have a weaker left hand position, unfortunately amateurs really don't notice this enough. If you have a one knuckle or even airing like that on the two knuckle side, it's almost a neutral to weak grip. If you're in this area, you have to normally roll the club over. For amateur players, that's really difficult. Now, if we turn this left hand in, you're gonna get more play and movement out of that joint. It works naturally off this hinge, and that club face doesn't have to roll it over as much. Important thing to notice is controlling the club face. Essentially what we're after is getting that club face to match that spine angle. In this position here, your right wrist will be turned away from you, and it reverses the rolls on the way through with your iron shots. As we're swinging through, that club head is going to be the same as your spine angle, and we can release it under and freer and work off this hinge to create a more powerful and strong release. When we're releasing it under, this lead side will extend. When we have to roll it over, you can see what's happening we come out of the shot hard to time, and we need to get this extension and bend and to open up. Guys, a stronger grip is so much easier. So guys, let's have a look at a fantastic drill here to control your club face in both directions, working it off a different hinge, picking up your speed and freeing up your entire swing. So people, have a look at the plane here, how that's working, right? Learning that the hands, the plane, the through swing. Look at that lead wrist, how extended, right wrist flex. Now this is the way to really pick up your lag angles, right? Increasing angles coming down here. So at that last split second, I'm going to release this club head past the golf ball. This is a great feel here, right? We're going to keep the club face down. All right, so we're going to move it into a 3-knuckle grip so you can see the logo. Keep the club pointed down. See that face? You're not seeing the logo here. And then when you move through the golf ball, we're going to point the logo up. All right, so we're going to get the logo down, and then we're going to get the logo pointed up. Absolutely rip that. This is a great way. It's just a drill, and it's just a great way to get the feeling of face down, face up, and releasing it underneath. Once again, faces down, pointing it down, and then we're going to release it up. Now, can you see the club head? It's almost like Scotty Scheffler, how he moves through the golf ball, how he doesn't roll the face over. Now, if you've got really great wrist alignments on the way back, if you've got that logo down, you can release this more under. See what my lead wrist is doing there? All right, you've got your shaft lean, but we're releasing it underneath. Once again, just little half swings here, people. Faces pointed down, and then we're going to get this club head just to release under. Really got great compression on that, and you can see the fingers here. See the fingers of the lead hand?
So let's now have a look at this fantastic drill from Patrick Harrington.
I'm sure they didn't think it was going to be used like this. This is the orange whip. So I broke it. By mistake, I would say, but to show you what I'm talking about, right, because it will see it easier. I want that to go as much like that as possible. So probably better bringing it back, but you can see how much, because it's softer, it shows more that my wrist is ahead and the club face is at the impact. Okay, you gotta throw, that head has got to be thrown at the golf ball.
Voted Best Swing Analysis and Best Online Instruction by several independent surveys, World Class Golf Instruction is transforming thousands of golfers at every skill level. Do not miss out. This video platform has over 1,400 videos and 85 separate masterclass series. The most structured and detailed video platform ever created, improving golfers on average between 4 and 11 shots. Join the chat room and join the community of world-class golf instruction. This is golf instruction that you've never seen before. The proven PGA corridors, factual evidence-based material. Unleash your true potential with the cutting-edge swing analysis technology. Experience the thrill of progress with the state-of-the-art practice programs and specialized golf fitness plans. Best information available.